Either God here coming to you live and direct with a short video, and I want to talk about like flying cars. A lot of people are hyped about flying cars and flying motorcycles and stuff like that, and I'm trying to figure out how is that gonna work. Even though we've seen it in the movies, I just want to know how are how is the government going to contain such traffic? People can't even drive on the ground right. So you think they're gonna give us the privilege to fly a motorcycle or a car or a semi? Like how they okay? So I'm guessing Tesla trucks gonna be floating too. So they're gonna have floating freight too. So it's gonna be some floating cars. And where is this gonna be taking place? Because the way they done set up the system, especially in New York, these crowded areas with all these buildings, people gonna be crashing into those buildings, and that's gonna be destroying what they created, their construct, their compromised structures that they created that's not natural to this planet. These buildings. So why are people hyped about this? Floating cars, and then like I said before, where you gonna go? Where you gonna float to work? What you gonna land on the helipad and get off and then go clock in? Idiot. so you so you gonna be a floating slave. I don't get y'all, bro. What's so exciting about a floating car? They already got planes, and they ain't nothing to them UFO ships. And then on top of that, you don't see no UFO ships following no green light or no red light or no caution light. So where's the UFO traffic lights? We got them, but where the UFO? You don't see the UFO stop and they wait, and then they go, or they slow down. Come on, bro. They must gonna open us up to the whole sky. If that's the case, you know that will bring in the sky is falling concept, like in the Chicken Little movie that I just uploaded a while ago. Unless the sky lowers or something like that, and then we no longer have to be on the ground or something like that. I don't know, but like I say, it ain't no good news to find out that we finna have floating motorcycles and cars if we're not gonna be able to go where we want to go even when we can fly. You know, hell, side note, shit, you got some birds who can fly and they still don't have the capacity, the physical capacity to fly in certain areas of the planet because their bodies cannot take on higher uh forms of the atmosphere. Like example, like you might have a hawk or eagle that has a bigger body so they can take more of the atmosphere than a small little hummingbird. You see what I'm saying? You don't see hummingbirds flying way up in the sky because their bodies don't allow them to. At least to my knowledge. At least to my knowledge, I don't see no hummingbirds flying up in the sky. The only hummingbirds I see flying up high up in the sky is drones, and those are artificial. So yeah, y'all getting hype over these floating cars and floating motorcycles, and it was on. And then the person who was recording the video, it was on the one. Show me where you gonna have backed up traffic with a bunch of floating motorcycles or vehicles. I want to see that, because every time I see a video of a floating or floating motorcycle, which is really just got propellers, what you call them, little aerated propellers, was making it float using air, and then the parts gonna be so much, poor people ain't gonna be able to afford it unless you using what they call social credit score, which they trying to implement in this new system, this new reset, which I don't even know how that's gonna work. I'm guessing the social credit score, if that's the case, the poor people gonna be the most, gonna have the highest credit score, because the poor people ain't doing nothing. The poor people are not gonna fight back, especially the poor sleep people. They not gonna fight back, so they gonna have a great credit score because they gonna be complying with what's going on. But the rebels, the people that gonna be fighting back and not with this unnatural system, they're gonna be fighting back and dying or whatever, or on the run, and that's gonna raise their credit, make their credit score low. You see what I'm saying? So that's, I don't know how this credit score is gonna go. They talking about some social credit score gonna be the new monetary system, which I don't agree with. Stupid, because the current one is stupid, and the social credit score is stupid too. And then we're gonna come after that. We're gonna be the next phase of money, or phase of financing for the so-called people, civilians that make up the government. So yeah, it's cold outside. It's frost everywhere, frostbite. And I was on Instagram looking at a couple news, seeing they talking about Biden being under investigation and stuff like that. They locking up some politicians and stuff like that, which I don't believe, because they didn't. Why they not locking up themselves? So I think those people are actors. Like I said, the beings that came and conquered this planet and still conquering us today, they are not locking up themselves. The system would literally be shutting down if they were locking up themselves, because they the one who created it. Side note, it's just like when they have these storms, these hurricanes that they report to us, these floods and stuff like that. Notice the government never gets affected by these storms. Only the people within their construct get affected. Why the people that report the storms never get stormed? But we are the idiots that fell for that trickery for so long. People just be like, okay, a storm coming, we just prepare. But people never thought about the people that reported the storm. Why they not preparing? Why they don't never we don't never get news about them having to prepare over us? We in the store standing in lines trying to stack up on Chef Boyardee, which is probably baby fetuses blended up and with some damn pasta. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm just making a video before I go to this slave camp. But the last thing I want to say, shoot, how I feel, honestly, I'm ready to go, because this realm is trash. And the only materialistic thing that I would like right now is probably a nice truck to drive to make money on the side from working 9 to 5. That's it. Other than that, this shit can fall to hell. So I'm trying to decide if I want to finance a truck, a nice little Ford F-150 or something like that, so I can just use that to make side money while the system is going. Other than that, it can go to hell. People can start killing each other if they want to. Because like I said before, I'm tired of it. Tired of us being collectively afraid and not standing up when not just me, but a lot of other people have said, wake up and, come together. And we don't have to infringe our lifestyles upon each other to come together. How I live and how you live, we don't have to have conflict, but we still can come together and, come up with our own system, versus the way how these beings, have their system set up for us. It's just like the government or these cops, they don't even know that the people don't even know that the cops pretty much orchestrate the crime to keep the crime going so they can have a job, because if there's no crime, they don't have a job. Just like firefighters and so forth. No fires, no firefighters. So it's all strategically connected, and people still don't get it because they lost in the illusion. So yeah, I don't care about no flying car, no floating truck, no holographic food, none of that. I just want out of this slave camp. That's it. give us the planet back. Either God signing out. Peace.